Hello, we're going to go through the Mathematics SPM Trial 2022 Pahang paper, paper 2 now. So let's look at the questions from this paper. So if we look at the question 1 in section A, so diagram here shows prices of three brands of alarm clocks sold in the shop. Okay. What I want to do is I want to arrange the brands of the three alarm clocks according to the prices in descending order. So you can see the prices given here is all in base numbers. There is your base 6 and base 3, and the RM25, that would be the base 10. So to compare everything, let's change everything to base 10. So if I get the 33 in base 6, convert to base 10, power 0, power 1. So 3 times 6 to the power 1 plus 3. 3 times 6 to the power 0 means 3. So it's 18 plus 3, 21 in base 10. So this is 21 ringgit. So 1001 in base 3, convert to base 10. Power 0, 1, 2, 3. So 1 times of 3 to the power 3 plus 1 times of 3 to the power 0, which is 1. So 27 plus 1, 28 in base 10. Okay, so this is 28 ringgit. So in descending order means from the most expensive one. So it's 1001 base 3. Your brand Q. Then next is the brand R, because that's the second highest one. Then last one would be brand P, which is 21 ringgit, the 33 in base 6. That's the descending order from highest to lowest. Then we look at question 2. I'm not allowed to use matrix method to solve this problem. So this, I want to find values of P and Q, two unknowns. So basically, I would have two equations. Yeah. First equation, you look at this 3Q, 2P. So that should relate directly. Vertically opposite angle, they should be the same. 3Q equals to 2P. And the other equation is this one. So this should be parallel. These two lines, row 1 and row 2, are parallel. Means these two P and 3Q interior angle, they should add up to 180. P plus 3Q equals 180. So I can bring over plus, opposite, minus. So I have equation 1, equation 2. I can use substitution. Let's substitute equation 2 into equation 1. 3Q equals 2 times P. P is 180 minus 3Q. So 3Q is 360 minus 2 times 3Q is 6Q. Bring over, minus, opposite, plus. Okay, then 9Q is 360. Bring over the 9 times opposite, divide. 360 divided by 9. Q will be 40. Okay, and I substitute the Q value into equation 2. So I can find P. P is 180 minus 3 times 40, which is 60. Yeah. So P is 60, Q is 40. Right? Question 3. Diagram 3 shows cross-section of a house. So length of the wall is 3 meters, more than twice the height of the wall. Okay, length of the wall is 3 meters, more than twice the height of the wall. Length of the wall would be this. Okay, so if the height of the wall is x, this is 3 meters more than twice of it, means 2x plus another 3 meters. Okay, 2x plus 3. So they give you area of the shaded region is 154. Means area of the whole thing, 2x plus 3 times the height x minus area of the door, which is x minus 4 times x minus 2 will be equals to 154. Okay, then we just expand this 2x squared plus 3x minus, let's expand this first, x squared minus 2x minus 4x plus 8 equals 154. 2x squared plus 3x minus x squared, same sign becomes plus 2x plus 4x, different sign minus 8, bring over 154, positive become minus. Yeah, because it's quadratic, so make it equal to 0. I want to put in general form. So x squared plus 3x plus 2x plus 4x, so it will be plus 9x. And minus 8 minus 154 is minus 162 equals 0. Then I can factorize this. So let's see. If I put 9. Yeah. It is 9 times 18. Yeah. 9 times 18 to get 162 plus 9. So plus 18 minus 9. So it's either x minus 9 is 0, x is 9, or x plus 18 is 0, x is 18. Sorry, x is negative 18. So it's not possible for x to be negative 18 because that's the height. There's no way your height can be a negative value. So x must be 9. But that's not the answer. What I want is not just the x, it's the length of the wall, which is 2x plus 3. So 2 times 9 plus 3, 21 meters. Okay, that's question 3. Question 4. So diagram 4, in the answer space shows rhombus PQRS drawn on the grid of equal squares with sides 1 unit. X and Y are points which move in the diagram. So I want to draw the locus. Okay, so locus of point X moves such as equidistant from point PS and QR. PS, QR and PS here. Equidistance means right in between. So it's a straight line right in the middle of these lines and parallel to it. So it will be here. Basically this line. Okay, that would be parallel to QR and PS. Part B, locus of point Y. So this is locus of X. So point Y, locus of Y, such that is equidistant from point P and point R. Point P and point R, these 2 points, so is the perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector of these 2 points, it will be straight line like that, vertical line right in the middle. Yeah. Okay, 90 degrees and right in the middle. So C is just intersection between the 2 locus. Okay, this locus Y, this locus X. So intersection, this point. Just mark the X. Yeah, that's it. Question 5. So I have fire insurance. This is the information. Insurance value, co-insurance, deductible, how much. Calculate amount of insurance that should be taken by Mr. Fastly. So the value of his house is the 380,000. So the amount of insurance he should buy would be 80% because that's the co-insurance percentage. So I take 80% of the 380,000. So 80 over 100 times 380,000, which is 304,000 ringgit. Means you should get 304,000 ringgit insurance. Then, Mr. Fasi's house suffered fire and total loss is 75,000. Compensation he received is he insured with 228,000. So he only insured 228,000. Okay, he only insured 228,000. Means I have to take only 220. I calculate the percentage first. 228,000. Sorry. I calculate the deducted value that he will get insured for, which is 228,000 over the amount he should buy times the amount of loss. Okay, but I also have to minus the deductible because deductible will be paid by itself. So minus the 6,000 deductible. So 228,000 divide 304,000 times 75,000 and minus 6,000 deductible, which is 50,250 ringgit. Yeah. That is question 5. Question 6. So this one I need to draw out according to the full scale. So I have red prism joined to a solid on vertical plane DLJI, this one. Yeah. So this prism behind this block. So the semicircle VWX, this one. That the radius is 2 cm and du is 4 cm. Yeah, so let's label on this first. So I need to draw the full scale, the orthogonal projection of the solid on the vertical plane parallel to EM viewed from B. Parallel to EM viewed from B. Yeah, so from this way, basically the shape here. So what we will get, we follow the measurements, yeah, parallel to the plane that we are projecting on. So this measurement, yeah, and then this line also, yeah, will be there. So basically what we have, okay, just sketch it out. So you have to measure using your ruler. Okay, I'm not going to draw using a ruler here because I don't have a ruler on this app. But yeah, when you draw it out, you have to use a ruler to measure exactly the 5 cm and go up by 3 cm. Yeah. Okay, this side as well. And horizontal line here. Yeah, that is this box. And here goes up another 5 cm. So I go up another 5 cm. Okay, again, make sure you measure 5 cm and horizontal line. That is this to surface. Then we also have this line here, the top of this semicircle, which is 3 cm and then another 2 cm from bottom. So we measure 2 cm here. And we have a dotted line. Yeah. It will be a horizontal line, but it won't be a solid line. It will be a dotted line. Yeah, like this. So yeah, here to here, 5 cm, but here to here is only 2 cm. Don't worry about the writing out the measurements, listing out the measurements. That's not really important, but we have to list out the letters of the vertices that are there. So on the bottom here, we have E, D, and U. Okay, E, D, U. On the right side, M, L, and then T. On top of it, P, Q, and S, and N. N, P, Q, S. On the left side here, F, G, V, X. Up here on top, W, and then R here. And on top, H, I, K, J. Yeah. Make sure you list out the corners accordingly. So yeah, basically it's like this. This is the orthogonal projection. Yeah, so make sure you draw everything to scale according to the measurement given. Then question 7. First part A, write down the contrapositive of the implication here and then state whether the contrapositive is true or false. So contrapositive of this statement. Contrapositive means flip the existent consequent and negate both of them. Means if P is not this, not divisible by 2, then P is not an even number. Yeah. So contrapositive and the original statement will have the same true or false value. If the statement is true, then contrapositive must be true. If you find the contrapositive confusing, you can look at the main statement to see whether it's true or false. But that only works for contrapositive and the original statement. If inverse converse, then it's different. Yeah, but inverse is same as converse. Same truth value. So in this case, this is true. If it's even number, definitely is divisible by 2. So if it's not divisible by 2, definitely it's not an even number. All even numbers are divisible by 2. Then the B. All quadratic functions have turning point. Conclusion, function g has a turning point. Function gx has turning point. So it must be about function gx. So the function gx, if conclusion has turning point, means premise 2 should be is a quadratic function. That follows the first part. And then part C, inductive argument. So inductive argument, form an inductive argument here based on this sequence of number. So it already shows you the pattern that we have, but this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is 0, 1, 2, 3. So I need, I cannot put 3n plus 2n squared. It doesn't work like that because this one starts from 1, this one starts from 0. So to make it one number before the n means I have to put n minus 1. So it's 3n bracket 2, sorry, 3n plus 2 bracket n minus 1 square. Yeah, where n is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay. Another possible way is if you put 3n n plus 1 plus 2n squared, where n is 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. That would also be valid. Okay, your n doesn't always have to start from 1, can start from 0. Yeah. But make sure your n or n plus 1, n minus 1, that one, all of it, it must be changed correctly. Then question 8. State the value of a, b, and c here. So y equals a cos bx plus c. So the a is the amplitude, how high it goes and how low it goes. So the height of it, we must compare with the center of it. Yeah. Okay, we must compare with the center point. Sorry, not here. Yeah. Okay, wait. Yeah, it is here actually. Yeah. Let's compare with the center of it, but this graph is very weird. Yeah, this graph is a bit weird. By right, should be something like this. Yeah, it's slightly off because by right at 270 at 90 degrees, it should be at the center line, but this graph is not. So the question is very badly set. It's drawn wrongly, but yeah, that is the center line. So how high it goes from the center to the top or from the center to the bottom, which is 2 units. So A is 2. For part B, the frequency means how many times it repeats a cycle, a full cycle of your cost graph in 360 degrees. So in 360 degrees, it's only 1. So 1. C is where the middle line is, or how much you shift up or shift down. So which is 1. So it's 2, 1, and 1. Question 9. So Lukman has bought a land lot for 150,000 ringgit through a bank loan. So he paid a down payment of 40% and loan term 10 years. Bank offers an interest rate 2.8% per annum. So part A, monthly payment that must be paid. So landlord paid down payment 40%. Loan term 10 years, interest rate 2.8% per annum. So first, we want to count out the principal, okay, without, after minus the down payment. So you can either take 60% of 150,000 or 150,000 minus the 40%. Okay, so for me, I will straight away take 60%. 60% times 150,000. Okay. 60% times 150,000, which is 90,000. Yeah, sorry, 90,000 ringgit. Okay, that's the loan principal. So I'm assuming this is flat interest rate. So I want to count total repayment, which is principal plus principal times interest rate times time. Okay, means principal plus the interest. Interest rate is 2.8%. Percent means out of 100 times time. time is 10 years, so times 10. So 90,000 times, sorry, plus 90,000 times 2.8% times 10 years. So it's 115,200 ringgit. Yeah. So the monthly payment means the monthly installment will be the total amount that needs to be paid divided by the total number of installments. So in 10 years means 10 years times 12 months a year. 115,200 divided by 120 months. So it's 960 ringgit. That's the monthly repayment. And part B, total value of the return on investment he gets if 10 years later, he sells the landlord with a profit value of 80,520. So that's the profit. Okay. So what I want to do is calculate the return on investment ROI, which is the amount of profit, which is the amount of returns over the cost. So I count the cost being the price of the lot, 150,000. Then I want in percentage, so times 100%. 80,520 divide 150,000 times 100. So that would give us 53.68%. That's it. Okay, that's question 9. Question 10. Now, network of a graph. State V. V means the vertices. So it's just J, K, L, M, N, P, Q. J, K, L, M, N, P, Q. A set with all the vertices. Number of degrees. So sum of degrees for all the vertices, basically. So I can just take 2 times the number of edges. Number of edges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 times 9, 18. Yeah. Okay. Another way is count the number of degrees for each vertex, means how many edges connect to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's also 18. Okay. Yeah, either way is fine. Then part B is draw a tree based on the graph. I want to draw a tree based on this graph. Yeah. So I need to refer to this. Sorry, let me put this properly. Refer to this. I'll draw the tree. So I need to have all the vertexes. J, Q, K, P, N, M, L. So there's more than one way to draw the tree, but it cannot have a loop. So for example, like this, if I have this, then it's not a tree. So I cannot form a loop, but I need to connect all the vertices. This J, K part must be the same. Yeah, definitely, there's no other way. Okay. Then K can either connect here or connect here out. Doesn't really matter. Let's say I try like this. Then can go, yeah, this way. That's one possible. Yeah, that's one possibility. I can even, so this one, instead of joining here, I can connect like this also. Yeah. If I don't want to go L here, I can go L to N. Yeah. Or if I don't go L to N, I can go P to L. And if I don't want P to N here, I can go N to L like this. So there are very many different ways you can draw the tree. Okay, but you cannot form a loop between different vertices. Yeah. Once you connect something like this, or you connect something like this, then it's not a it's not a tree anymore. Okay. Then question 11. So here I need to draw a graph. Okay. Let me shift this graph here. So first things first, we need to fill up the table according to this equation. Y equals -20 over x. Yeah. So just sub in the value of x into the y function. So -20 over x. I can put alpha close bracket and then I calculate -3.2, 6.25. And calculate -1, 20. Calculate -0.4, 50. Yeah, that will work. Then for part B, I want to draw using the scale 2 cm 1 unit on x-axis, 2 cm 5 units on y-axis. So draw the graph y equals -20 over x. For x value between -8 and -0.4. So 2 cm 1 unit on x-axis. So lowest is -8. So I have to go into -8. My y value doesn't go less than 0. Yeah. So it's okay. Sorry, it's okay to put my x lowest here. -8, -7, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0. Yeah. Put my x at that. Then my y values, highest is 50. Okay, and they say 2 cm to 5 units means each box 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So at least go up to 50. So this is the y value. Then we plot the points. Just follow the values in the table. So 0.8 is 2.5 in between here. -5 is, sorry, -8 is 2.5. -5 is 4. -5 here, 4 will be here. -4 is 5. -3.2, 6.25. So this 6.5 here, 6.25 in between. And -2.5 is 8, 9, 8. -2, 10. -1, 20. -0.8, 25. -0.4, 50. All the way up here. -0.4, 50 here. Yeah, then we just try to draw a smooth curve connecting all the points. Again, a tip for you all to draw curve. So you see, when I draw like that, you can see how hard it is for me to try to draw a smooth curve. Yeah, I'm struggling. Yeah, I'm really struggling with drawing the smooth curve. Okay, but so there's a tip that you all can use, but I can't because I can't turn my monitor screen. So what you all can do is you can turn the paper in such a way that if you see my hand movement, so this way is the smoothest way we can move our hand, like this. Yeah, that's the easiest direction we can draw, like this or like this, our curve. So you can rotate the whole exam paper, okay, in a way that it curves according to our hand. Okay, rotate this in a direction that is easy for us to draw the curve. You don't always have to face the whole paper straight. Okay, you can turn the paper. So that is a tip that you can use to try to make it smoother. Okay, to try to make it a smoother curve. So yeah, I'm just drawing to the best of my abilities, but may not be very smooth lah. Okay, you should be able to do better than I do, because you can rotate your paper. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so yeah, that is the curve. That is basically the curve that we should get. Then for the part C, I need to find from the graph y value when x is negative 1.5. Negative 1.5 x value here. So if I match to the curve and go to the y-axis, I should be able to see what y value it gets. So this is about 13.5. Yeah. So what I get is y equals 13.5, but you can get slightly different depending on your curve. You might curve a bit more and maybe you get 13, or you curve a bit less, you get 14 is fine, but not too far away. Okay, plus minus 0.5 from here. For the x, C2, y is 26. How to find x? So 26 here. Match to the curve. Then go to the horizontal axis. So this is about negative 0.8. Yeah, around there. Okay, it shouldn't be less. Sorry, it shouldn't be more than 0.8. It doesn't make sense because there's this point already here, but it's okay if it's 0.75 or so. You curve a bit more here, it's okay. Yeah, but yeah, 0.75 to 0.8 around there. Yeah, nothing less, nothing more than that. Yeah, that's question 11. Then question 12, I have speed against time graph. So speed against time graph for movement of particle for a period of 50 seconds. Part A, the uniform speed of the particle means when the speed doesn't change, this part. So that is the 24 meter per second. Very straightforward. Duration of time which the particle moves at uniform speed here to here. So it's 35 minus 12, 23 seconds. Yeah. Part B. Okay, that's A1, A2. Part B, calculate value of V if the total distance traveled in 50 seconds is 957 meters. Total 50 seconds, 957 meters. So this is basically the total distance, which is the total area under the curve here. Okay, so to find area, we split shapes that we know, trapezium here and another trapezium here. Okay. Yeah, so here I already know it's 23. And here to here, 50 minus 12, 38. So this trapezium, half times sum of parallel sides, V plus 24, times the height, which is perpendicular to your parallel sides, 12, plus the other trapezium, half times sum of parallel sides, 23 plus 38, times the height is 24. And that will be equal to the 957 meters. So half times 12, 6 times inside, 6V plus 144 plus this one cut 12 times inside. Yeah, straight away times. Bracket 23 plus 38 times 12. Sorry. 732 equals 957. So bring over the 144, positive plus become minus, and the 732 also plus become minus. 957 minus 144 minus 732, 81. Bring over 6 times 6, opposite divide 6. V is 13.5. Yeah, that's the value of V. And the part C, describe the motion of the particle in the last 15 seconds. So the last 15 seconds means from 35 to 50 seconds. So I should be using the deceleration. Okay, how much it decelerates. So for part C, I'm gonna write here. Deceleration, calculate. Change in speed, 24, over change in time, 15 seconds. So 24 divided 15 is 1.6. Okay, 1.6 meters per second divided second means meter per second square. So means the particle actually I need to talk more about it. Deceleration, and I have time, so I can get distance as well. I find distance is the area, half times base, 15 times height, 24. Half times 15 times 24, 180 meters. So particle moves 180 meters with deceleration of 1.6 meter per second square for 15 seconds. So these are the informations that I can give. Okay. Yeah, basically like that. So basically each of this information carries a marks. Okay. Question 13. I have three quadrilaterals here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, drawn on the Cartesian plane. J, K, L, M is the image of A, B, C, D under combined transformation X, Y. J, K, L, M, this one, is image of this under combined transformation. Means this one should be the one in between. So I want transformation Y and X. So transformation Y, basically Y is here to here is reflection. Okay. Reflection on the line. So it's a horizontal line here. So line Y equals to 4. While X is from this to this, so definitely is enlargement. Okay, so they like to give you the image in between. So do use it instead of trying to figure out 2 steps. Yeah, we can just figure out 1 step by 1 step. So it's an enlargement with scale factor of, so you look at the size, double the size, opposite direction. So means -2 scale factor. And center of enlargement. How we find center of enlargement? Just connect the equivalent points using straight lines, and then where they intersect, that is the center of the enlargement, which is here. 3, 3. 3, 3. Yeah, these are the transformations. And then part B. Given that JKLM represents region of area 129.6. So the area of image is this. I want area of ABCD, area of object. Then find the difference between their area. So area of image is equals to scale factor square times area of object. Means the area of the ABCD. So means I take 129.6 divided by 2 square. Okay, area ABCD will be 129.6 divided by 4. 32.4 meters square. Yeah. And then their difference, I just minus 129.6 minus 32.4. So that will give us 97.2. Okay, 97.2 meters square. That's it. Yeah. Then question 14. So question 14. Mr. Harris' annual income, 84,450 in 2021. I have the tax relief here, and the other table shows part of the individual tax rates for assessment year of 2021. So what I want to find here, chargeable income for Mr. Harris. Okay. So chargeable income. This is tax relief. This is the annual income. So is the annual income 84,450 minus all the tax relief. Okay. So let's take all these values here. So I minus 9,000 minus 8,350. Sorry, this is limited to 7,000. So we take 7,000. This one 2,500 limited, so 2,500. Yeah, the rest will follow. Okay, so it's this amount. 7,000, 2,500, then 1,250 minus 2,000. Make sure you cap at the limit. You cannot minus more than the limit. So 84,450 minus 9,000. Yeah, minus 7,000 minus 2,500 minus 1,250 minus 2,000, which we get 62,700 ringgit. That's the chargeable income. Then calculate the income tax payable by Mr. Harris for the particular year. So chargeable income 62,700 means it's within here. This income tax rate. Yeah, so I follow this to count. So for the first 50,000 is 1,800. Then plus the rest of it at 14%. So minus 50,000 is 12,700. I times 14% of that. Yeah. So 1,800 plus 1,270 times 14%. So it would be 3. Excuse me. 3,578. Yeah. But you see here, there's a zakat. So zakat, we have to minus from the income tax payable. So I minus another 485. Okay, so without zakat, then it's just this part. Okay, but with zakat, you have to minus after you count the percentage. Then it becomes, sorry, 3578. 3578 minus 0.5. So it becomes 3,093 ringgit. That's the income tax that he should pay. So money tax deduction 240 deducted. Is the PCB enough? So total PCB, or in English actually is MTD, money tax deduction, 240 ringgit times 12 months. Because each month, 240 times 12, I get 2,880 ringgit. So it's less than the 3,093, which means PCB is not enough. To pay his income tax. Yeah. There is still a balance of, so from here to here is 213 ringgit that he has to pay. Okay. Yeah. Then question 15. Table here shows data for number of books read by 20 students at the school. So first find the mean and then the standard deviation based on this. So mean and standard deviation. Mean and standard deviation for group data, I need to use midpoint. So just add the lower and upper limit together, divide by 2. So 3, 8, 13, 18, 23. Yeah, that's the midpoint. So mean will be sum of frequency times midpoint, 1 times 3 plus 3 times 8 plus 5 times 13 plus 8 times 18 plus 3 times 23 divide by total frequency, which I'm given 20 because 20 students. So 1 times 3 plus 3 times 8 plus 5 times 13 plus 8 times 18 plus 3 times 23 is 305. So 305 divided by 20, 15.25. That's the mean. Standard deviation. Standard deviation, I need sum of fx squared. Okay, sum of fx squared. So each of the frequency times with the mean, times with the midpoint square. So square each of the midpoint. I can edit from here. Square, 8 square, 13 square, the 18 I square, 23 I have to square. Yeah. So it's 5225. Means standard deviation, square root of sum of fx square over n minus mean square. Mean is 15.25. So 15.25 square. So straight away count, square root of 5225 over 20 minus 15.25 square is 5.356. Okay. Or you round off, then 5.36. That's fine. That's the mean and standard deviation. Then I want to form the cumulative histogram. Okay. On the graph. So again, I need to draw the graph. So using 2cm5 books and 2cm2 students. 2cm5 books for horizontal, 2cm2 students on vertical. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Actually, no. Cumulative histogram. So we look at the frequency table here first. Yeah. So from the frequency table here, what we want to do is we want the upper boundaries. So in between here and here, 5.5, in between upper limit and the lower limit of the next one. And 10.5, 15.5, 20.5, 25.5. Then the cumulative frequency, okay, 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 8, 17, 17 plus 3, 20. Yeah. So I need it to start from 0. So I go one boundary below, so 0.5 means I start from 0.5. And 5.5, 10.5, 15.5, 20.5, 25.5. That's the highest one. Then my cumulative frequency, I go up to 20. So they say each box 2. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I just need to go up to 20. So this books, number of books, and the vertical axis Number of students. Or the cumulative frequency lah, actually. Okay. So just draw the histogram accordingly. First one goes up to 1. So first box 1. Second box goes up to 4. Follow the cumulative frequency, not just the frequency. And then 9 goes to 9. Then next one to 17. Okay. And then to 20. All the way up here. That's it. That would be how your histogram looks like. Yeah. So we just need the histogram. Yeah. If I want to draw the ogive, then I just connect each of these points here. It looks something like that, but yeah, you don't have to. You don't need the ogive. You just need the cumulative histogram. And question 16. Okay. So Shizuka is a florist. She sells X tulips and Y roses in a shop. 3 ringgit and 1 ringgit per stock respectively. Minimum sales is 900 ringgit. Number of roses sold is at least twice the number of tulips. Meanwhile, maximum number of roses sold is 900 stocks. So write down 3 inequalities that satisfy those requirements. First requirement is minimum sales 900 ringgit. So means 3 ringgit times number of tulips plus 1 ringgit times number of roses means Y. At least, because minimum 900 means it can be equal or more to 900. That's first inequality. Number of roses sold, Y. At least more equals twice the number of tulips means 2x. And maximum number of roses less or equals 900 stocks, so 900. Yeah, these are the 3 inequalities. Then we want to draw and shade the region that satisfy the 3 requirements. So it's based on these 3 inequalities. Yeah. So 3x plus y more equals 900. So equals 900. If y is 0, divide 3, x is 300. Y is 0, x 300 here. X is 0, y is 900 here. So I have a straight line like this. Okay. 3x plus y equals 900. Then y more equals to x. Means if x is 0, y is 0. If x is, say, 400, y is 800. 400, 800 will be here. So it's a straight line going up from 0, 0 like this. Yeah. Okay. So this is the y equals to x. Then y less or equals 900. Y equals 900 will be a horizontal line at 900 y value here. That's the y equals 900. So that's the 3 straight lines. So follow the inequality. This one more above this line. More above this line. Less below this line. So above these two, below this, so it will be this region here. Okay, that's the shaded region. as the part A. And part B, Shizuka allocates 500 seconds to produce a bouquet of flowers. Calculate time in minute which is required to produce 650 bouquets of flowers. Yeah. So 500 seconds for one. 650 would be how long, basically. So I take 500 times 650. That's the number of seconds, 325,000 seconds. So if I divide by 60, change to minutes. $5,416.6 and 17 minutes. So if I want to change this to standard form, so let's just round off three significant figures. So 5.42 times 10 to the power, I move 1, 2, 3 space to the left means times 10 to the power 3 minutes. Yeah, that's in standard form. And part C, on one particular day, Shizuka received reservation to make 4 bouquets of flower for a ceremony. He used X stalks of tulips, Y stalks of daisy flowers. The price of tulip and daisy flowers, 450 and 4 ringgit respectively. Cost is 304. Total number of flowers, 72 stalks. So I want to use matrix method to solve. So I need to form the two equations. It's 450 times number of tulips plus 4 ringgit times number of daisies, Y, for the allocated cost of 304. So equals 304. Then total number of flowers means number of tulips plus number of daisies is equals 72. So these are the two equations. So form the matrix 4.5411 times xy equals 304.72. Just follow. Yeah. Then we solve using matrix method times the inverse of this. Inverse of this will cancel off. Then equals inverse of this on the right. 1 over AD, 4.5 times 1, 4.5 minus BC, 4.4 times 1, 4. Switch A and D, negative B and C, and times 304.72. This is 1 divided 0.5 means 2. And times these two matrix. So again, first matrix follow the rows, second matrix follow the column. First row, first column, first row times first column, first number times 304, then negative 4 times 72. Minus 288, negative 1 times 304, negative 304, plus 4.5 times 72, 324. 304 minus 288 is 16. And 324 minus 304 is 20. I need to times the 2 in, 3240. So xy is 32 and 40, means x is 32, y is 40, which means 32 tulips, 40 daisies. That's number of tulips and daisies. Then 16D, 7,800 sales in Ohio Bank, kept in Ohio Bank. So Bank offers fixed interest rate 3.5% per annum. So it's fixed interest. I want amount of savings after 5 years. So amount of savings is just principal plus interest, means principal times interest rate times time, because this is fixed interest. So PRT. Interest rate 3.5% times time 5 years. So straight away I can count 7,800 plus 7,800 times 3.5% times 5, which is 9,165 ringgit. That's it. Then question 17. Table 4 shows financial plan of Mr. Khairul Nizam, who works as lecturer in a college in Kuala Lumpur. So first I want to find X and Y, X here, Y here. X here is 10% monthly, the money fixed savings, which is 10% of the monthly income. So it's the money income, not just the salary. So it's 10% of this, means X is 930. Okay, 10% of this. Then Y is here, surplus of income or deficit. So it's income balance minus total expense. 3,200 minus 4,550. Right here. 8,170 minus 3,002 minus 4,550, which is 420. That's X and Y. And then explain his cash flow. So 420. Yeah, that's a positive value. So positive cash flow, basically. Okay, it's just positive cash flow. Then B, Mr. Khairul Nizam is passionate about a new car produced by Syarikat Car Juta Berhad, 270,000 ringgit. So he plans to get the dream car within 3 years. He wants to save 10% of the down payment. Save money to pay 10% of down payment. So 10% of 270,000 means 27,000. How much money savings should be saved to achieve his financial goal? So it's just 27,000 divided by 3 months each year. Sorry, divided by 3 years each year, 12 months. 27,000 divided bracket 3 times 12 is 750. Yeah, that's how much he needs to save per month. So, in your opinion, is he able to afford the car? So you can see 10% of the monthly income, the monthly fixed savings is 930, the X. Yeah. So this is less than 10%, less than the monthly fixed savings. Less than monthly fixed savings. So yes, he can afford. Yeah. Okay. And part C. In conjunction with Khairul Nizam's 5th wedding anniversary, he plans to buy a gift for his wife and children. He plans to buy a pair of baju kurung and watch for his wife, as well as a pair of baju kurung and watch for his daughter. He plans a financial plan for the month with budget for his wife and child 550 and 350 ringgit respectively. So using matrix method, Calculate the price of a baju kurung and a watch. Okay. So huh, kind of weird. That's the issue here. Two pair, dua pasang. So it shouldn't be a pair, it should be two pairs. Okay, one watch. So let's put X for baju kurung, Y for watch. 2x plus Y. Yeah. And X plus Y. So equals 550 and 350. So yeah, it's just for that 1 year. So means 2, 1, 1, 1 times xy equals 550, 350. So similar to the matrix question earlier, times the inverse of this, 1 over AD minus BC, switch A and D, negative B and C. So this one is basically 1 don't need to write. Then I times matrix. First matrix follow row, second matrix follow column. 1 times 550, negative 1 times 350, minus 350, negative 1 times 550, plus 2 times 350, 700. Yeah, so xy will be 200 and sorry, this negative and 150. Yeah, means baju kurung 200 ringgit and watch 150 ringgit. Yeah. Did I get correct? Is it correct? 700. Yeah, correct. Okay, so 17D. You book a hall to celebrate his wedding anniversary. Time spent T to arrange the chair varies directly as the number of seats X and inversely as number of employees Y. Means T equals K times X over Y. So 4 employees, there's the Y, 2 hours, there's T, 200 seats, there's X. Okay. So let's find the K. Sub in the values. 2 equals K times 200 over 4. 200 divide 4 is 50, 50K. Bring over the 50, divide 50, K is 1 over 25. T is X over 25Y. So I want number of employees, 1 hour, 200 seats. So bring up the Y. 200 divided 25 is 8. So basically, 8 employees are needed. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.